Hey, have you ever wondered how they make glass beads? I have been a glass bead maker for the last 31 years, and here is a little taste of how I create a bead. And as you can see here, I'm showing it. Okay, so here's the petal bead we're going to be making today. This is an example. Time to fire up that torch. I'm using a major burner, and I've had this torch now for 31 years since I started. It's amazing how long they last. So I'm picking out my colors, which I'm going to use today. And I think I start off with white. So I'm clearing my space. Us lamp workers can get pretty messy with all the glass laying around all over the place, so we have to be super careful. So what I'm doing here is I'm slowly heating up the white glass in my right hand, and in my left hand I have a stainless steel rod that has been dipped in clay. Now, not just any metal can go in the flame. Stainless steel does not transfer the heat, so it's perfect for doing this. I have got a what we call a gather of glass on the end of my rod, and as you can see, I just wrapped it around the rod, and I'm adding a bit more glass. And when I'm disappearing out of the flame or out of the frame here, if I can talk, when I disappear out of the frame, what I'm doing is I'm rolling it on my marver, which is on the top of my torch. And the marver has a carbon flat marver on it, which is really great. Us lamp workers use a lot of carbon-based tools because they don't take the heat out of the glass. So now what I'm going to do is start putting, I think I put a pink color over top of the white, and pink is a rare color in glass because it is made from real gold. So you don't see a lot of this color, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm slowly heating it up, making it even, rolling it out. Now I'm going to start putting some dots on here. So I'm putting a fairly large dot and moving it around. So in the flame, out of the flame, adding the white dots. And then we're going to heat a little bit and let them just kind of melt in. Now I'm heating up my clear in my right hand, and I'm going to get a gather. Now what a gather is a big blob of glass on the end. Technical terms here. So I'm getting that gather heated up, and in the meantime, I'm keeping my dots warm and my bead warm. But you don't want to get your bead so hot that it's going to drip. So we want to add hot glass to cooler glass, so that way my design won't slide all over the place. Now I'm putting the clear on here only on half the bead, half of the dots. So it's on the top half of the dots, and I'm leaving the bottom half of the dots not covered in clear. Now I'm going to start melting it in. And I use this technique on a lot of my beads. It's not just the petal beads, but it's on other beads too. And you can build up some fabulous layers doing this. So now I'm going to just heat that circle of clear up and let it fall down over the dots. Let it slide down the bead. Now I'm going to add another row over top of the clear, but below, just a little bit below and between the dots I have already added. And then I will melt those in also and do the same thing again. And you can see the petals already are showing. And this is such a cool technique. You know, if you're a lamp worker out there and you're looking for something fun to do, this really is a good one. So now I'm heating up my clear. I've got my dots on. And you notice I did not marver my dots. I just gently heat them and let them naturally blend into the glass. So now I'm keeping that bead cool in the back flame, which is the end. Your end of your flame is not as hot as where I'm heating up the clear. So I'm going to heat the clear and start just gently dropping it on. And I'm fairly vertical with my clear here. You can't see from this angle, but you should always apply your glass vertical. So gravity will take care of the application for you. And when I'm teaching people, I always teach them to roll away from you. So if you're a beginner, get in the habit of doing that because it's much easier to apply glass to a bead that is rolling away from you as opposed to towards you. It can get pretty jerky. I just taught a class the other day. It was a private workshop, and I was just amazed. The student I had had not done it before, and she took to it like a duck to water. It was great to see that. Okay, so now I'm putting another row, and you see it's below, it's on the bottom of the last layer of dots that I put on. So I'm just going to gently melt those in. Uh-oh, what happened? Huh, my computer went blank. So we're just heating those in. We're going to do the same process all over again. And these beads turned out really wonderful, and I will show a picture of them at the end. I did an entire set of, I think about 8 beads. And these beads sell in my store for between $14 and $25, depending on the size and the amount of layers. So I'm just gently putting that clear on there. Now I'm going to melt it in. If you have never done this, it's called lampwork, and it is very meditative. And, you know, when you get into it, you'll find that you'll get lost in it and time flies by. It's really fun. It's kept my attention for 31 years, so it's an interesting thing. There's always something new to learn. Tons of new things. It's always a new thing. And it's cool to be able to make your own beads too, because when you're making jewelry, for instance, and you go, oh, I need this color bead, or I need one of these, and you can just get on the torch and make it. And it's ready the next day. If it's a large bead, it has to sit in a kiln, and I anneal them at 960 degrees, and they sit overnight, and the kiln goes down very slow. And that's called annealing. And what that does, it makes your glass really strong. I can drop one of these on the floor and it will not break. That's how strong they are. Here's the final outcome, the set of beads I made. They are so gorgeous. Anyways, if you have enjoyed watching my video, please leave a like and subscribe. I sure appreciate it, and it helps the algorithm find me. So have a fabulous day and go make something. Stay tuned for my next video, and I will be showing how to make one of these sea star or starfish beads. So hit that subscribe button and you'll get notified when I put one up.